Okay guys, I promised a real banger for this week, and we're gonna kind of get this video out a little bit earlier than what we would normally do because this car won't be here. So I grabbed it right off the truck, drove it straight into the service department, and just want to take a few seconds to show you everything that I can about the IONIQ5 that we just got in. This particular model is about 310 miles on a full charge, which I think anything over that 300 miles is when you really start taking advantage of driving an all-electric vehicle. So this is in pristine white, I believe is the color. Alpine, Atlas white, I'm sorry, I need glasses. You can see what the door handles do when you walk up to it. They fold out, so you're ready to open. This has black, leather, silver piping in the trim. Two basic display screens that we'll show you in just a few seconds so you can see everything inside. Just an absolute beautiful design is what Hyundai did. You can see from the wide door how it opens. Back seats recline, they slide forward and backwards to give you a little bit more room. The design from the wheels to the body trim to the shark fin for the XM radio on top in black, just really dynamic and super to drive and ride in. Hatchback style, you can see the clearance with the hatchback, plenty of space back here. You got a 60/40 fold, so plenty of room if you want to put it in like I do, my son's hockey bags, hockey sticks, goalie gear, whatever you actually need to put in the back. Comes with a separate little storage, as you see underneath, charging cable and plug. That scared me the first time I plugged it in because it actually spoke to me that the car was charging. So kind of innovative that they hide it so nothing slides around. Just push button, and you really get to see the intricate design from the back when you close it. You'll notice that there is air pass-throughs in the spoiler to help with the miles that you get. I was getting ready to say per gallon, but per charge. So back, beautiful, lit up. You can see it at night. This whole bar lights up. Just beautiful, kind of eccentric, the way that they put IONIQ5 in letters. The silver, I know we've talked about that before. That logo actually on the back is a little bit smaller than Hyundai's logos on the Palisades and the Santa Fe's, Santa Cruz. So because of the smaller area to place it, they realized that a big logo would look not as aesthetically pleasing, so they made it a little bit smaller, right? You can see the tail lights. It has reverse sensors as well. Camera mounted well out of the way. Just a beautiful rear end, say that nicely. And then obviously charging station on the side. Snap. You get to see that it's fully charged right now. This is something that stays open when you charge it. You can charge it from your 110 outlet at home, or you can use one of the fast charging stations as well. And it will actually show you the stage that it's in as it's charging. Absolutely fantastic. You just hit a button and it closes. You move around to the actual design wheels that we talked about that assist in the mileage that you get per charge, allowing you to obtain that 310 miles, 312 miles, depending on your driving habits. A lot of room. I know I'm not big, I'm only 5'9", but a lot of room in the back. Fully reclinable seats. This seat is all the way back, and you see the leg room and headroom that I have. There's actually vents in the pillars for guests in the back seat. 2 charging plugs for the rear seats as well. Obviously the same things on the doors. They just hid and tucked all of the instruments that you would use. Like that design for the windows is just, it's cool, man. Really cool. As you guys saw in a previous video, Cameron's going to tint the front windows. You can see the back come factory tinted, and this is the coolest part. If you notice the door handles as you're leaving, they tuck just beautifully, mirrors closed, just gives it that clean look. There's no big handle sticking out. There's no big handle up here, around here. It's just all flat and sleek. So as you're riding down the road, you can see where the airflow would just move right around and right over the top. Really, really dynamic. When you unlock them, obviously it comes back out. The LED lights, the light bar in the front lit up, absolutely just crazy to think that it's all electric and this is what you get. These are actually vents below that at faster speeds open to allow airflow to go underneath and up through. They don't open until you're driving, actually. That is the EV motor. So it's crammed in there, but it fits in there, right? So people always open up the hood and are like, oh, okay. There's your little storage.
What?
I don't know what you would carry in there, but yeah, that's
insane.
Just very, very quickly. You see the crumple zones, these indentations? These crumple zones are in case of a front impact. The hood actually bends like an accordion so that the motor falls to the ground, obviously, so it's not driven into the cabin. There's also indentions here that you would see. Same thing happens in that front end collision. It closes up like an accordion to protect actually the driver and passenger in the compartment. So they did develop that with impact in mind. Just absolutely fantastic design. I even love under where all the lights are and everything under there. Obviously it's a new era, so you have plungers instead of actually the pop-up. Right? Guys, give us your feedback. Let us know what you guys think. I'll do a little bit more stuff. We got a few more of these coming in and Unlimited, and I'll be able to show you the differences. This is actually an SEL front-wheel drive. It's MSRP under $50,000, and I can tell you what you get for under $50,000 is absolutely dynamic. We'll step around onto the inside and just give you a little bit of look of the two screens that are inside real quick. As you can see, it's basically two iPads sunk into a dash. And then this is basically your display, your drive modes. I always struggle when I get in something new. Okay. So as you can see, it's 97% charged, and that's giving us a rating of 316 miles. Until you would need to charge again. So very, very, very impressive off of a fully charged vehicle. What you will notice, and I'll do this quickly so that you can see, as you turn on the air condition, you'll see that your mileage will start to go down based off of your fan speed. So we're on 2 for the air condition, you're at 293. If I cut it back 1, you're at 301. If I cut it all the way off, you're at 316. So there is, obviously the car uses battery, right? And it uses it to function everything that's inside the car. The air condition will eliminate some of your mileage, which happens on every electric car. And that's why I think the importance is of being over 300 miles to start. Plenty of headroom, and the steering wheel, again, we've talked about this before, 10 and 2. That's how you're supposed to drive it, right? But there's so many different places to actually place your hands. There are several drive modes. What a great place to put the drive mode button. When you push the button, you can turn it into sport, which I promise you, I've driven it into sport. It is absolutely dynamic when you take off in sport mode. It actually shows the torque down below from 0 to 100 in sport mode, if you can capture that. And then you'll notice that it turned the speedometer to red. There's an eco mode. You'll notice that the gas mileage went up to the battery mileage went up to 326. And then there's a normal 316. In sport, you'll see it took it to 306. So obviously it's using a little bit more battery charge to get you to that sport mode for that higher torque. I normally have run it in either eco or normal, and it's driven fine. This is only one of the electric vehicles that I've been in that I thoroughly enjoyed the entire time that I had it and I drove it. We've had 6 so far. This is number 7. And I'm upset that someone's going to have already purchased this and I don't get to drive it for a day, because that's how much I really enjoy it. Help us keep the channel going. If you want to see more videos and content like this, and subscribe and hit the like button as well. So thanks for all the support, all of the stuff that we're putting out. Savannah's expertise behind the camera helping us put it on YouTube, and we really appreciate everything you guys have done. And there'll be another video, maybe one or two this week. We've got 2 other cars that we're going to do this type of walk around for you guys on. But I was most excited about this, and I hope you guys can see why. Thanks.